Well, hello and welcome. Good morning, good evening, everybody around the world. We are live here from Houston. I have the founder and CEO of Utopian Global behind my back. Hi, Bill. How are you?
I'm great, Claudia. Great to be here. I know that you're departing to Frankfurt today from great 5 days of meetings, and I'm departing back to Dubai. And we have Dr. Adrian Blue with us as well.
Yes. Hello, Dr. Blue. Say hello.
Hello, everyone. Grace and peace to you all.
Actually, let's have Dr. Blue. He's a man of prosperity, a man of faith. He's a man of empowerment to the people. What message would you have to people regarding prosperity, faith, and wealth, Dr. Blue? Hand it over to Dr. Blue.
Oh, very simple. Well, hello, everybody. First and foremost, I will say to you, remember, wealth starts within the mind. It is a desire. It is a passion. Then comes the vehicles or the possibilities like Utopian Global. That's what's so unique about where we are and what we're doing. All you have to first do is determine in yourself that you want to succeed, that you want to go forth. That is God's will for you to succeed. Then the doors begin to open whereby you have the opportunities to carry out the very desire of your heart. See, what you think about is what you bring about. And your inner world is what creates your outer world. And I dare to say to you that everything you're experiencing right now have been a direct result of what you previously thought and what you've done past tense. Amen. So now being able to understand, I'm doing things, I like to call it DSD, do something different. Now that I'm doing something different, I can expect different results. It's kind of a TFAR. Your thoughts equals your feelings equals your actions, and your actions produce your results. So it goes back to my thoughts. So having individuals like Claudia Eifert, who's a phenomenal business leader, I mean, incredible coach. I mean, I'm telling you, she says I bless her life, but she blesses my life. Having individuals like Claudia Eifert to really navigate us through this awareness, this understanding of how to change our thoughts, then we begin to feel prosperity. We begin to feel the possibilities of a better future. And those feelings lead to our action. Now I'm doing things differently. I'm moving in different ways. I'm making connections. I'm seeing what could be instead of being stuck in what actually is. Then that leads to my results. I look up and immediately things begin to change around me. That's the unique thing about what I like to call Utopian Global, because it gives us an opportunity to have real asset income, a system that was built up to allow us to be able to prosper, not 10 years from now, but starting right now, because your inner world creates your outer world. So with that said, thank you. I'm glad to share. I'm glad to be a part. I'm excited about what God is going to do and what this opportunity will do for you and your family. And hey, take notes. Claudia Eifert is the best. She's amazing.
And Dr. Blue.
Yes, sir.
How long have you been associated with us?
Oh, I've been associated for 9 years. 9 years.
Is that all?
I'm telling you, that's exactly right. But it's changed my life. My children understand real assets and real money. My wife, what we do. Again, failure is not an option, and poverty is not a course.
Thank you, Dr. Blue.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. And now let's. That was a really, really great, of course, a speech as usually. I mean, nobody can do it like Dr. Blue there. That was fantastic. Just going back, of course, to a presentation, you got the tweet before, so you got the educational system before, which we actually provide to all of our members. Let me ask you a question. What if there was a way that you could actually get paid for effectively, sustainably, and economically viable cleanup and remediate the negative externalities of large-scale mining ventures and own global energy and mineral assets? That's what we're going to talk about today, because this is what Utopian Global, the platform Utopian Global, can provide you, because the Utopian Global ecosystem actually is a unique platform for physical precious metals, which we have been doing since 11 years. You just heard Dr. Blue. He's involved with us since 9 of those 11 years. So since 9 of those 11 years, he's collecting, he's saving, he's diversifying in precious metals. And of course, we do have an income producing energy asset, which many of you of course, obviously learned about, but some of you actually have experienced by coming out here just recently, just this week, to Houston and actually stand on those assets, which some of you can now say, I am a part, I'm not a part, I'm a proud owner of a part of these assets, which is fantastic. And of course, a professional education system, a wealth creation system, just as Dr. Blue was certainly giving some teachings from that. And of course, an affiliate marketing system for those people who would actually like to share the message, share the opportunity. It's not for everybody, not everybody wants to share it, not everybody has to, but if you wish, we do have certainly this opportunity with Utopian Global, with the ecosystem. So this is basically, in a nutshell, Bill, as you saw him, he's the CEO of Utopian Global. He's a licensed precious metals dealer in Dubai, in the DMCC. In Dubai, all the gold comes from Argol Rios, the leading world's refinery in the world, do over 20% of the world's annual production. And why gold or silver? Well, when we started, or when Utopian Global really started the company 11 years ago under a different name, it was all about educating you, giving you the best education, wealth education, generational wealth education, actually, so that you can prepare and protect yourself, of course, from those financial difficulties, those financial challenges which we do experience in the world. And of course, what happened when we started 2007, 2008? Well, obviously, the world went into a huge difficulties, banks closing, etc. And all this had to do with understanding, or basically coming from the monetary system we live under, right? And so that is why when we started with it, it was really purely to provide you a opportunity where from as little as $25, basically it was then, now it's euro, a month, be able to diversify and to hedge your money against inflation. How do you do that? Well, through precious metals. So precious metals, obviously, you know, in Roman times, an ounce of gold would buy you a very nice toga and a pair of leather sandals. 100 years ago, you could dress yourself beautifully with a very nice suit and tie 100 years ago for 1 ounce of gold. And today, with the same ounce of gold, you can do still the same, buy yourself a very nice Armani, Gucci, whatever suit, and you know, really from an exclusive shop. Yet, of course, as well, 100 years ago, for that 1 ounce of gold, you could actually trade it for $20. So with $20, you could actually buy 1 ounce of gold. Well, today, I challenge you with $20 to be able to actually get an Armani suit. You probably not. You probably cannot even buy a pair of socks, to say, you know. So that's the whole point. Precious metals always has been the best hedge against inflation. It's our foundation. It's our wealth foundation. We want everybody to understand that they need to, like the wealthy do, like the rulers and empires do, like all the very wealthy people have certain percentage of their money in gold or silver. That's what they have. It's a hedge against inflation. But you need as well an income producing system. So you need as well something which is producing you income, obviously. And there we have right now an amazing product added to it, to the portfolio, which is STORH, earning residual rewards from resources that power the world. Proven energy and mineral resource assets, giving actually the investor flexibility and diversification and delivering really solid high growth returns. And STORH with the company, it's a separate company to Utopian Global. We are the marketing platform. STORH was founded by Ryan Messer. Ryan Messer, he has over 2 decades in experience in the energy sector, drilling oil, being in natural resources, gas, understanding a lot about water reclamation, understanding a lot about plastic recycling, understanding all those different aspects in, you know, what creates basically energy. So he has been living, of course, from that since over 2 decades, has built 2 companies, did bring companies from public initial offering to actually basically you know, being traded on the stock exchange, obviously, or taking them to the stock exchange. So very much experience in that sector. And he started up STORH. Why? Well, to give the ordinary person, again, we are this is the since start with Utopian Global, we wanted to provide a system for ordinary people to achieve extraordinary wealth. Ordinary people to achieve extraordinary wealth. I mean, we're talking here to people from UK, Ireland, Germany, Australia, New Zealand, America, literally all around the world, Africa, Ghana, Kenya, wherever you are in the world today, you're finding one struggle, and that is, of course, people losing their jobs. Jobs are getting taken away by robotics, by robotic labor. People are underpaid. Cost of living is rising. People are struggling to go, one time a year with their family. Well, when I was growing up, we used to go twice with the family to holiday, winter holiday and summer holiday. Well, they're struggling to get once to holiday now. So everybody, it's a global phenomenon that has to do with money. So what we really have been doing since with Utopian Global since day one is helping you actually acquire those extraordinary wealth, to get the mindset first, what Dr. Blue said, to understand the financial system, understand our monetary system, understand what causes this, but also then take the leap of, and take the steps necessary to actually do that shift, and obviously acquire wealth. And so STORH has been really created for that, because it was easy for Ryan, let's say, to to raise funds, to buy these assets through 2 or 3 investors. It's easy. It's not difficult. But he want to make a purpose, a difference in life, and that is, of course, to help everybody and anybody who sees it, who wants to get in from as little, to be able to participate and actually gaining access to owning those amazing assets. So that is really very profound, and that's what we're doing with Utopian Global. And STORH is really countering investing problems and resources. That's a certainly rising global energy and resource demand, and offering you, which again, this is unheard of, offering you institutional grade quality assets. So the assets we just recently acquired in Texas, the institutional grade assets, the ordinary person is not getting into it normally. Well, they cannot, they don't have access. That asset is not on the open market. Nobody knows that this asset is actually for sale. It has been acquired because of the connections, obviously from raising of the funds, but because of the connections of Ryan Messer in the industry and the credibility he has in the industry of so many years. And this is really amazing. I mean, it blows my mind that he actually could, or that we could now say, well, we could raise the funds, and we are now there. We own those assets. And of course, this is by removing the middleman, the brokers and layers, using the blockchain, using the Ethereum token, and through that, of course, giving you direct ownership in income-producing assets. So what we have here is an amazing revenue model, profit share model, because with the raise of the funds through the token sale, through the package sale of Utopian Global, the marketing platform, we are able to acquire energy resource assets, natural gas, liquids, very important, very needed, very green, greener than people thought. I know people who left here, Texas, saw this is just amazing how green this actually is. Sustainable technology service. We want to go into recycling, plastic recycling, water recycling. There's so many things to do. Infrastructure projects, mineral recovery, and using new technology to clean up old mines, remediate it. That's why the phrase in the beginning of the presentation. So it's an absolutely amazing plan, outlay STORH has here, an acquisition strategy, starting obviously with the foundation near-term growth. So why did we go into the oil and gas asset? Why can we now say we are proud owners of it? Well, because that asset is already producing. You don't want to, everybody wants money now. They don't want to wait tomorrow. They don't want to wait another year, another 2 years, another 5 years. They want to make money right now. Well, by acquiring assets which are already in production since many years, you buy production, meaning you get cash flow right now. Now, this cash flow, of course, the wise man, and this is what Ryan is going to do, is reinvesting some of those cash flow to acquire further assets which have way more potential upside, which have way more obviously returns, more ROI. So that's what we're certainly going to do. But people want money now. So that's why the foundational near-term growth is those energy resource production, and one of course, those projects is the one which is now acquired in Texas. And then, of course, we go into all the midstream, we go into the long-term niche projects, which are great. But the one we, of course, did, and that's why the people were here, it's the Texas asset, has 90 active wells. We actually did some shooting on one well, which was established in the 1930s. It's still producing 24/7. From the 1930s, can you imagine? And some of the footage will come out soon, and we will, of course, Utopian Global is going to do new videos, or STORH is going to do new videos on that footage they have just shot. Because it's really important to understand some of those assets, they're going to produce another 20, 25, may even 30 years or plus, because on that particular field, which really can make you a 3.5 to 5x on your return, this is just absolutely amazing, but there's still so much undiscovered. It's not yet all discovered. So they're still continuously discovering new wells, new production, therefore absolutely amazing, outstanding. But of course, then we have all the other projects in between, and long term, obviously the mineral recovery project, which alone is a 2 billion resource project. That in itself has many projects in that one project, and of course giving the different ROIs, returns there. Absolutely great, crazy, absolutely amazing. And certainly as we move forward, we're going to dive deeper into that project. So with that, we obviously have been saying we're going to raise the price of the STORH token. Now we have been in pre-sale. We have been in pre-sale since, in fact, late November 2018. Of course, still under the SAFT agreement for future token sale. Now we have, since this month, launched on the Ethereum blockchain, meaning the token is now live. The token tracker is on the Ethereum blockchain. And very soon, probably by the end of the month, you guys will be able to transfer your tokens from the SAFT agreements to actually the real physical token. But of course, we have been in pre-sale since starting with 25 cents, going to 50 cents, now going to €1. It's going to be soon. There will be an announcement coming out by tomorrow in different languages, I believe. By Monday, that announcement will come out, probably Monday night, Europe time, with, of course, the date, the exact date. So you still probably have a little bit more time than we thought you have. And that is because simply, when closing contracts, getting all the legal work done, etc., on the Texas asset, well, it just takes time. But yeah, probably we will have a few more days than we thought, which is really, really amazing, because that gives you a longer time to get access, of course, to a really discounted price of STORH. Well, what will happen after that discounted price? Well, we're still gonna, of course, have a great price, a great entry of STORH, because when you really grasp the concept, is you're gonna have a multiple, many multiple on the returns, and for many years ahead. And this is because of the the size of the project. Absolutely great. Now, the management and advisory team, of course, it's a huge team. Some of you met James Stewart. In fact, here, some of the people, they were able to meet James Stewart, the geologic advisor. Some of you met some other people who are not even here on that particular slide, who are invested in the field, who are owners of the field, who are also geologists on the field, and who are also advisors to STORH. They just don't want to be displayed in the white paper. But there's a big team of experts which have decades and some of them generations of expertise in energy assets, in income producing assets. So absolutely outstanding. And again, as just we did it a little bit different the way around. This time, as you heard, Pastor Plu actually talking about the online educational program. That is a big part, has always been a big part of our system, because again, does start all in the mind. So you know, foremost, this is really where, okay, we all want to have, or we all want to have a vehicle, we all want to have income stream, but we got to first start and work on us. Well, what do we really want in our life? What income would I need, or what extra money would I need in order to, you know, do different things in my life? What would be those different things I would do differently in my life? So that's why it all starts really with the mind there. And our online education program, they really help you. I mean, we have Carolita Oliveros. I'm looking forward to her next call. Again, I mean, she just did an amazing, outstanding call on the monetary system. But now the next time, and she's a lawyer, international lawyer, she's helping huge, large corporations set up their company structures in the different jurisdictions. She had been writing the financial education system of Robert Kiyosaki, Rich Dad Poor Dad. So, I mean, she alone, her teachings, if you grasp the concept, I mean, you know, that will make you a better life. So really great things there. But we also do have, of course, a generous affiliate system, which can pay you a different way if you want, if you like, to do the promotion, the marketing for Utopian Global. You don't have to, you can become a customer, but you also can have and tap into 8 different ways to do this business, to do actually the marketing of this platform. And I'm not going to go into that today, because you know, we have obviously different presentations for that, but I'm going to show you the different ways to get in. Now we have the entry for, you know, the people say, you know what, I don't have so much money at my display right now. I want to tiptoe in it. I want to do something, and you know, you can get in for 99, 170, 390. So it is an entry into Utopian Global, small packages, small amount, but you can get some STORH, which is really, really great. So you can get some STORH, you can get into the platform, but then of course we have the higher packages, really starting at, I would say, the 1,500, 3,500, going up to the 9,000, 18,000, 100,000, 250,000, and last but not least, 1 million euro package. Why? Well, simply because you know, we with, of course, Utopian Global and STORH, we have an amazing product that has institutional grade products in there, as you saw, like the oil field has been just acquired, a part of it. So of course we have all types of people, all kinds of people who would like to get an entry into it, and we have certainly this entry for you. Some of you would like to do the marketing, well, we have that entry for you. Some of you want to be just the passive investor, well, we have that for you. And that is really the beauty about it. Now, for you understanding, it's important, STORH, the product, not a Utopian Global platform. Utopian Global platform, you can enter from anywhere in the world. But STORH, if you're in the United States, I had just Dr. Blue behind me, well, he cannot buy STORH. That's just what it is. But he can do the platform, he can do the precious metals, he can recommend people, he can build a business, and other people, of course, who join from outside the United States can of course buy STORH. Just he cannot. He will be able to do it once it is on an exchange. But because in the United States it's a very different system, and so therefore our STORH is not licensed actually for distribution in the United States. So it's licensed in the Cayman Islands. Utopian Global, well, the gold is licensed in Dubai. But therefore, of course, United States citizens, they cannot, under the Securities Act, purchase STORH, and they cannot really promote STORH, but they can promote Utopian Global, the ecosystem of Utopian Global, and of course the gold or silver. Of course, unless you don't really fully understand, if you want to buy a STORH token, you should really read the white paper. We have a white paper. It's 30 pages, it's a little bit long, but it explains into detail what STORH is really getting into and what STORH really is. So I really encourage everybody to do that. You only can buy into Utopian Global if you are KYC approved, if you have done your PPM, if you buy STORH, the private placement memorandum, which gives you really the legal binding that you are a owner of part of those assets with and through STORH. Absolutely amazing and really wonderful. So if you are here for the first time listening to this presentation, well, I would like you, of course, to reach out to the person who invited you to the webinar, get back to them, get feedback, have your questions answered. And of course, if you are already in Utopian Global, I encourage you. It is time now. You know the price of the token will go up. It is your chance now to still get this discount, still promote through this, have people, for the discount, because one thing is clear, and token price is going to change. So that means for the platform, for the Utopian Global platform, for the packages, you will get less tokens once this is coming, once this is going to be changed. So let's face it like this: if you would have the chance to get more tokens now at a cheaper price, why would you not want to do it, right? If you really stake ownership in a great asset. So I encourage you, of course, to be part of Utopian Global. And with that, I just want to say thank you, guys. Thank you for listening here. And I see you on one of the next webinars. I'm flying out today back to Germany. I believe Bill is flying back to Dubai today. So I'm just going to go through and skip through some questions now that we do have some people here having some questions. Paul is asking, hi Paul, when are we able to transfer our store tokens to the ERC platform? I have completed my PPM and set up the MAW. Fantastic. Paul, very soon, I believe they're just finalizing now the auditing. So very soon there will be an email coming out on that you then can actually transfer your store token. So it should be by the end of this month. And yeah, so we're getting ready for it. So it should be really not long anymore. Okay. Yes, great stuff. Excited. Really excited here. Now let me see who I have on the call here with me. I know we have a lot of people. Hi, Evelyn, Francis, and more Francis here, different Francises, okay. Hi, Graham, great to have you here. Hanu, J. Lopez, John. Hi, John, Mr. John Gibson. Good to see you. I heard there was something, some present here for somebody. He was really happy about it. Hi, John. Hi, Keith. Hi, Mary. How are you, Mirel? Great to see you, Moses. Hi, Nicola. Paul, of course, Peter. Great to see you here. Another Peter, Prue. Fantastic to see you here as well. Roland, great to see you. Stefan. Stefan was here actually at the assets. He is just back to Belgium, and with the security of having seen and stood on the assets, fantastic. So certainly his mindset probably changed there because he has actually stood on the asset. Great. And Tommy, great to have you as well here. Okay, what's the new email? Explain the exact deadline. Jay, yes, the email will explain the exact deadline. Well, I don't really like the name of deadlines, but it sort of sounds dead, but a timeline maybe. Yes, it will. The email will come out because Ryan is actually first putting it out through STORH, because of course he's the owner of STORH, and then Utopian Global will put it out there, and it will be a little bit longer than we thought. So not that much longer, okay, but a little bit longer for your time, guys. That certainly, which is really great. So yes, Jay, that's the answer. The email will go out, and we will of course put it everywhere that people don't miss it. Probably also do a pop-out note in the back office for you. So yes, Stefan says definitely was worthwhile coming here to Texas to actually be able there and talk. I mean, you will see the footage. The footage is going to come out. Some of the footage of the geologists. I mean, they see it like a treasure hunt. They love it. They absolutely love what we do have and what they are doing. And there are some of them, they're working, I mean, all their life on the field, all their life, and they're in their 60s, all their life working on the field, excited, going up in the morning, going home late in the evening. Why? Because it is their passion. It's like a treasure hunt, hunting for all-time new treasures on that field, and so many families living from that. believe 800 families just on that asset which we purchased, because they're getting royalties on it. Because when you are living on that land, you're getting royalties from that, and has changed so many families' life, which is absolutely amazing. So with that, guys, I'm saying thank you again. I'm not sure if Bill wanted to say just goodbye quickly to the people here. So he's just coming over.
Well, thank you, Claudia. I wasn't on this particular cause. I was busy with Dr. Adrian Blue, but it's great to be here. Going to see everyone on. When's our next call?
Our next call is on Tuesday.
And you gave the updates regarding?
No, I didn't. I said there's an update coming, an email coming out probably by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow.
Okay, great. Tomorrow, definitely an email will be going out. So it depends. When I land, I've got a 16-hour flight. Lots of exciting things here. We had a great visit from our team members from around the world, as far away as Australia, coming into Houston. So the next days, next week, Ryan is busy with the final settlement of this particular asset, and I know that Keithy's probably done quite a few videos, has he?
Mm-hmm.
Where he also spoke to the engineer, who's also a part owner of this particular asset. It's an exciting asset. It's just our first major asset to own. There's a lot of upside to this. We now have to build value. We have to expand the valuation of this particular asset. That's really going to sustain the token value, which is really important to us. And secondly, of course, then we start generating and paying out the revenues. So it's exciting phase one. And then, of course, we have the whole our meetings with Ryan and the team here regarding the midstream, which is really the mixing of different oils, gravity weights in one respect, with the plastic pyrolysis recycling, which is also very exciting. So we're going to be having videos and different things coming out of the next weeks regarding that.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much again, guys. Thank you, Bill. And I'm going to see you on Tuesday. So don't miss our Tuesday webinar with some more updates. And with that, I say thank you and see you soon.